Okay, welcome to Kanji Rants. This is the first episode. Truly sorry about the audio quality. I don't have a mic, so I'm using my internal mic on my camera, which is no good. Today, the first episode. I think the series will be called I Don't Give a Shit. I know I'm not going to make any money on YouTube. I do this because I'm procrastinating. And this episode will be called Talking About Gunnison and watching Freshman 15 happen live. Or watching more like Freshman 20. I think I've already hit the 15 point. Jesus Christ, I'm a piece of shit. Alright, so about Gunnison. Base camp of the Rocky Mountains. That's what it's known as. I really can't think of anything bad about it. Ha, just fucking kidding. Everything's bad about it. There's nothing good about Gunnison. First, let's just talk about Western State Colorado University. It's where I go. For now. It's shitty. And its original name, it was a school for girls. Its original name was the Colorado State Normal School for Children. Yeah, that's not really a bad thing. Not really rant-worthy, but I thought it was funny because of how generic and stupid that name is. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview of the school. It's tiny, about 2,000 students. On the first day, that is, it drops down to about 1,700 on the second day. More like second week. Dom knows what I'm saying. It's shitty here, and no one wants to stay. A teacher asked me to sit on her lap for some goddamn reason, because every teacher here is a stoner and I hate them all. That's all I got. There's nothing to report on the school. I'll just give you a brief overview of the town now. Just some information about it so that you know kind of the quality and what it's like here. First thing is probably the most important. The Sonic closes at 9 p.m. Equally as important, carries just as much weight. The McDonald's closes at 10 p.m. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock and 9 o'clock for fast food chains that are supposedly 24 hours. Now for all the people from Golden, you know that they're not always 24 hours, but they're at least open till midnight. I mean, Jesus, there's not even enough business in Gunnison to keep these places open until midnight. And it's awful. So what if I get the munchies and I want to go get... I don't know. I've never been to McDonald's while under the influence of anything. Sonic's a different story. I like Sonic. What if it's 9:01 and I want a vanilla milkshake and a hot dog? Not gonna happen. It's just not. So on Wikipedia it has a list of things that you can do for some of the months in Gunnison. It's got summer and winter. In the winter it says go to Crested Butte. So that's not in Gunnison. It's actually almost an hour away. And in the summer it says you can fish, hike, and mountain bike. Actually, it doesn't even say summer, it says in the warm months. That is June and August. Not even July. For some reason, the average temperature in July is colder than June, but August is warmer. Faulty info? I don't know, maybe. Let's see, there's literally nothing to do in the spring, fall, and winter in Gunnison proper. It's a cool place to visit. It really is. Get away from it all. It's a really cool place to visit. But it sucks dick to live here. It's so boring. The murder solve rate is 100%. There have been 2 murders in 12 years, and they were both suicides. From who? You guessed it, college students. Not surprisingly. Okay, Jesus. Don't get me started on the climate. I mean, I could sit here for 30 minutes and complain about the unpredictable weather, which isn't climate, but it goes into climate. And just how fucking cold it gets at night. Holy gee. No, I will. It's the 3rd coldest city in the continental United States. It ranks top 10 in the United States as a whole. That's including Alaska. It's like not even fair at that point. It's got an average year-round temperature, so like a constant temperature. They take all the averages at the top of each hour. And this has been going since like the 1920s, I think. The average temperature is 36 degrees. Chilly, not warm. Dropped down to 33 last night, actually, and I left my window open in my dorm. And I've never been so uncomfortable. It's enough. I don't even want to talk about the weather. Yeah, I vape. Get the fuck over it, pussy. Just some shit that bugs me. About just the people. They always brag about the altitude. Why? Why? I mean, maybe if you're from, sea level, which you're not. How the fuck do you hear about this college if you're not from Colorado? Maybe I can see that. But if you're from Colorado and you're bragging about how you're at 7,700 feet, just kill yourself. Seriously. It's only 900 feet higher than my house. That's nothing. Jesus. Yeah, I find myself going to bed at around 9 o'clock every night just because I can't deal with the bullshit that is Gunnison. And I can't find anything to do. So I have this thing that I call the Gunnison effect, which, as I define, is a sudden urge to hang yourself and eat a month's worth of calories in 30 seconds, but you can't decide which. That's the Gunnison effect. And it's immediately, as soon as you just step in the Gunnison proper. Should I swing myself from a tree, or should I put on 15 pounds today? And you decide to put on the weight because all the trees are too fucking old and too high, you can't reach into the branches. I just thought about something about the school. So we have this thing called Headwaters. It's like a 1-credit class that for most people only lasts 4 weeks. And basically what it is slave labor. For the first week, actually it was the 0th week, it hadn't even started yet. They had us, it was mandatory, it goes through the grades, school hadn't even started yet. They had us go out to a ranch and dig trenches and pull out thistle. And if you don't know what thistle is, it's like a nasty, really tall plant with just spikes and shit all over it. And it's so shitty, just constantly. You're getting shit in your hands and getting bitten by mosquitoes, and it started to hail on us. I wanted to get this shit over with, because they said when we finished, like after we dug the trenches and got all the chickens to the right spot, they said once we finished with all the thistle on the property, which is over 100 fucking acres, we could head back to the school. So it started to rain, and everyone out there was, complaining, and they all went inside of the vans and shit, but I stayed out there because I was not down to stay there all fucking day. And it started to hail. And I think it was hail? No, it was hail because there was lightning. I'm not going to get into a weird weather rant, which will be happening, but that's not today. And they forced me to go in, so we were stuck there for like an extra half an hour. Just doing slave labor. Maybe I'll edit this out, maybe I won't. Who cares? Say hello. Alright, I can't think of any more shit to do. That's it for this episode, guys. Stay tuned, I've got some more episodes. I found my notes, I've got some more episodes involving people who argue on the internet. Which is me. Miss DeMeyer, and people without celiac disease that claim that they're gluten-free. Stay tuned.